I'll still be doing it. That's my future. Fashion is one of those things where it's a reality, but it's a dream as well. In terms of the future, I don't tend to look ahead too much. I think the idea is that it's a progression. We take in everything that's happening around us, and I think that's how fashion progresses. And we naturally find our own future somehow. When you first start, as a designer, you want to show everything that you can possibly do. So it's more frenetic. It's kind of, it's more electric. And I think as time goes on, you have more people to please. So you have buyers to please, you have customers, loyal customers to please, and you have the press to please. And so you take smaller steps, and it becomes more of a process. But I think that fundamentally in the back of every designer's mind is that it's your vision, it's how you want it to be. So for me, I love to learn. I do a collection and then I never want to see it again, and it's about doing something new. But it's always about having some rules, to say, my woman loves a sexy dress and she loves a tailored jacket, and I love tailoring and I love amazing fabrics, and I want to try new things and I want to try new techniques, and I want a fabric company to make me a fabric that will breathe, and I work with Woolmark and Merino wool because their wools kind of they're green in a way, they're recyclable, they're biodegradable. The idea that they help the body to kind of keep warm or to keep cool, those are the things that interest me. So it's kind of like, apart from what I want to do every season, it's the idea that I'm doing something where people are going to feel comfortable and people are going to fall in love with what I do, and hopefully they're going to want to keep those clothes in their wardrobe for a long time and not just for a season. I use as much as I can, and I also use lots of couture fabrics. In spring, summer we did sweatshirts and whatever, and they were a mixture of different fabrics. They were all very important fabrics, but you can make them into something which is easy. It was like a woven crocodile, which was made, it was silk and polyamide and lurex in parts of where the pink is. It was almost like a triple organza that was woven together, so it became quite stiff, and this was the borders. Then we went and embroidered on top with patent leather, with crystal and with plastic. In the past I've used things like carbon fibre, which we then cut into sequins to embroider onto things. It's the idea that you can even use modern industrial things but do them in a very, very beautiful kind of old-fashioned way. I think it's kind of like, sometimes in the past we did things which were much more beautiful than maybe we can possibly do now, but I think we can do things in a very interesting, innovative way now that maybe in the past we couldn't. So I like to merge the two. I'm quite private. I kind of, I love my work and then I love my free time. So I don't really have that much time. So there are people that kind of, within the company that do things, and I look at it now and again. I don't actually have my own personal Twitter or Instagram, and I understand how important it is, because it is part and parcel. It's a window into all these different worlds, that you can kind of access, like snapping your fingers. And I think it's amazing. I think I need to learn more about it personally, but I think that what we're trying to do with Antonio Berardi is that we're beginning to give people a window into it. So it's new for me. I understand that it's this amazing kind of new way, I guess, of being in touch with everything that's happening in the world, you know, right now. And I do think it's amazing. I think, you know, for me, I'm told this is on Instagram, or somebody put this on Twitter, or blah blah blah, or that picture got this many kind of likes, and you know, it's kind of amazing. So it's, for me, it's new. I think it's amazing, but I am slightly scared of it. The things that I remember are people like Beyonce, lots of Erykah Badu and Givenchy. I think that, you know, the girls that Ricardo dressed look great, and I loved the tableau of Stella McCartney girls. I loved that because it was so super modern, and I thought that was kind of right for the time. So I loved Stella's tableau, and I loved what Ricardo did with Beyonce, and I think Naomi Watts, she looked amazing too.